Take a second, take a listen. Oh yeah. Think the same, but we so different. Oh yeah. Just hear me out. You're about to get a little one.
Good morning or no?
That's what you do.
No, I mean, are we ready?
Yeah.
Good morning. And welcome back to another episode of ALilRandRPodcast.
Oh, that's my part. It's your boy Ramont.
And I'm Reese. We want to welcome you back as we come to you live in this moment and direct from a cold place. I can't think of the word now.
Here we go. Never fails. Never fails. We've been doing this for what, 2 years? 2 years?
Oh, good morning.
Hey, bro.
It is cold.
Freezing, bro.
Considering this shawl that you have on. Where did you get this from? I feel like this is a cute Christmas gift from your mother.
No, she didn't give me that.
Oh, I got pockets.
Bitch, you got pockets. You know, we love a pocket, bitch. We love a pocket.
Don't fucking touch me with that shit.
This is everything.
Is there anything in the pocket?
No, it's nothing in the pockets.
Okay. I like it.
I put it on just for the podcast, so this is a podcast exclusive.
He did put it on for the podcast, and I was like, what? Why?
Cause it's freezing here.
It is. It's very cold.
You didn't want to have your computer this time? Are you going back old school?
I didn't. Yeah, I thought you needed it, so since you didn't. I just got a message from my girl, Nicole. Shout out to Nicole for the message that you just sent me about changes in wear for work. Much appreciated. So how are you, Ramont? What's going on?
I'm wonderful.
Are you? Tell the people how wonderful you are.
I'm barely holding on.
I know. I am aware. So today is the first
What's that
time.
video of the little kid when the girl was interviewing and he just thought that is me right now.
I believe it.
That is me.
I believe it.
We can't talk about work, but work is stressful. I love that that's our thing. Like, we don't talk about work.
Yeah, like leave it out.
But it's this week has been very trying. This particular semester for school is coming to an end.
That's good.
It is, but it's that, you know, that fear of like you don't want to fail and just making sure everything is done correctly, everything is turned in type of thing. So like that's where I am, and it's just like I'm all over the place, and I just feel like I'm not giving my 100% in all the areas. And then I feel like I have a lot going on at the same time, so it's very hard.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Do you cry?
I have not yet.
Have you needed to? Have you felt like you needed to?
Mm-hmm.
I say you do it.
I gotta find the time to do it. Like, that's how bad it is.
That's
I don't have time to cry.
I feel you though. I feel like I don't know. I can't say it's the time for a lot of shit to be going on. But
It's definitely not the time.
But I feel you, and I empathize.
Thank you.
I empathize. That's why when you came in and you were kind of bitchy, I was just like, you know what?
Well,
I'm not going to react.
Well, even if it was on a good day, you know where I came from, and it took me an hour to get here.
I know.
So
but
you know, like a long drive takes it out of me. Like it takes me a minute when I get in.
But me being who I am, sometimes
and me being who I am.
I said, what did I say?
You said good evening.
Right.
No, you said good afternoon.
No, I said, how are you?
No, you didn't. You just said good afternoon.
When I opened the door?
Yeah.
Oh.
And you walked up the steps. But I didn't know that I'm so used to you on a call or doing something. I didn't know that you were talking to me.
I know.
So that's why I didn't respond. Like, that wasn't like me being rude. I was just like, oh, he's on the phone. Because usually you just open the door and like go and you're on the phone or something like that. That's why I didn't pay it no mind.
I know. But it just carried
on.
on.
Don't I know me like that.
It just carried on. So then I was asking about a specific piece of equipment, and it was.
And you couldn't remember.
And I couldn't figure out what it was.
So I
said
said the answer to your question is no.
My friend said nothing. The whole time I'm trying. So typically when somebody's like, hey, you know, the da-da-da-da, and you be like, the this, the that, you try to help them out. My friend said absolutely nothing and then said, and this is where I think the bitch comes out. To answer your question, no. Fuck you. Is how I felt. To answer your question, no.
Because you couldn't remember, so I'm just going to say no. I'm not going to say yes, and I don't know what it is.
I understand.
Do you?
I do. Hence, I left you the fuck alone.
But you still don't know what it is.
Then he goes to the
kitchen. Then you still don't know what it is.
Then he goes to the kitchen and says, creates a drink for himself, knowing that I don't make drinks, people.
Aren't you not drinking?
No.
Oh, that's over with?
You knew better.
That's over with?
You knew better.
That's over with?
We were together this past weekend.
But you made exceptions that weekend. But I'm going to run the tapes back. Let's find out when you said that you were not going to be drinking.
That was a while ago.
That wasn't
Run them tapes back, because that was a while ago.
Okay.
But people, because I'm talking to y'all now.
So if I find it, can I plug it into this episode?
Absolutely. But it was a while ago. It was December or January. It was for a specific reason. And that reason has passed. Now, typically, I will give it to you. Typically, I ride with TT on the month of February, not drinking. But we had a conversation, and he had already drank. And I was like, well, shit, if you drank, I'm drinking. So, and I think I told you. And then again, we were together this past weekend. And yes, I do make exceptions. However, and
there's a lot of caveats.
One of the exceptions was the podcast, because that was when I said I wasn't. I was like, you was like, but we always. And I was like,
and you could have water. Is that what's in a cup now?
It's not the point. So this is my point. Back to my point. My point is my friend who knows me, my best friend, because every time somebody references Ramont to me, they be like, your best friend.
And we both say who.
And I'll be like, you don't even know my best friend. But neither here nor there.
Now we roll with it. Now we roll with it.
My best friend went and made a drink, and brought the drink down, right? I said, okay. So that's what we're doing today. But then I go upstairs to look for the item that I was looking for previously. And
I took your cup out.
Took the fucking cup out and put it on the counter. To me, you were saying, here, bitch.
Do you have to add bitch behind everything?
I feel like bitch is emphasis.
Do you have to add bitch behind everything?
I feel like you were emphasizing.
You have any tissue in your bag? I made a spill.
I don't. That's not even my.
I guess it's gonna stay here.
Here we go.
No, I'll use my t-shirt. That's fine. I'll use my t-shirt.
I thought you was gonna use your shawl.
I'll use my t-shirt because it's gonna bother me if I keep seeing it the entire time. It would literally bother me.
This is really good. So I made myself a drink. It's not water. Excuse me.
I guess he's drinking now. But there is no bitch behind any of my statements, any of my rhyme or reason. One, you know a long drive takes it out of me, and I'm never friendly when I come in from this particular drive, and you know that about me. You know that. And I didn't know if you were drinking or not. You didn't emphasize. You usually have like some specialty cocktail, or you meet me in the kitchen, but I guess you were too busy this time to engage with me.
I wasn't too busy. The engagement stopped when you was like, "Are you talking to me?"
Oh, hey. I didn't know that you were talking to me.
Oh, hey.
Any other time you got your AirPods in, you're on some meeting, you talking to some old silly boy, and. So now I'm wrong for assuming that you are normally in a conversation.
Not some silly boy.
Do you not?
I wasn't talking to a silly boy.
You were right. You were.
I was talking
apparently you were talking to me for once.
I was talking to you
for once. Usually you open a door and you go and you're on a meeting. You're talking to someone, and I'm just like, okay, like here we are.
Here we are. I'm okay because today I said, you know what? I took all that into consideration. I said I'm not finna. Because sometimes, can we have an honesty moment?
Sure.
Segue.
That quick?
No, but I'm just saying. I didn't mean for it to be a segue, but it was. Anyway. Sometimes when you're moody, I take it personally.
Why?
And that's not your fault. That's my fault.
Well, I'm glad,
you know where I learned that from?
Where did you learn
From you. That I can expect you. I can't expect me from you. So whereas I would attempt to try not to be moody towards you if I was moody, I have to accept that that's not you, and you're going to go through and process through, and then we'll get here.
I know that I'm moody.
I know.
I'm aware of that.
Right.
But I don't feel as if I take out my mood on you.
I don't think it's intentional. I don't think that you take it out. Maybe that's the wrong word. I don't think you take
because
it out on me.
I don't. Yeah, because I don't come in with an attitude or
it's
bitchy
very like,
or
it's kind of bitchy. I don't think it's intentional though. So that's why I can receive it. But today I said, you know what? That has nothing to do with me. So I was like, okay.
And I show up in this moment. I show up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is your job. You're supposed to. No shade. It is.
Bitch,
we
I
do
can
it
walk
for y'all.
off.
You will not. You will absolutely not. This episode will never see the light of day. And it'll just be like, what happened to them? Who knows? Look over there.
Is that a threat?
It's not a threat. I'm just saying.
Because I like the way you looked at me.
It's not what we do.
If I called you and say, I don't feel like doing it today, I just can't do it.
Okay. Then I would have said, sorry. Well, I wouldn't have got on a video because, I don't know how to do it. But I would have posted on our social media that unfortunately there will not be an episode.
It won't be the first time we drop an episode.
Actually, there's only been once that we didn't. That
It
we
won't be the first time. My statement stays the same. Technically, my statement stays the same.
I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you. How was your weekend? Because we talked about your weekend.
My weekend was eventful.
Was it?
Yes, it was. I had a good time this weekend.
What'd you do?
Hang with my friends.
You did ratchet shit?
I did ratchet shit with my friends. I had a good fucking time.
We did a job together.
We did do a job together.
Can we talk about it?
You want to talk about
I
it?
do.
Go ahead, friend.
Okay, so we did it. We were hired to host a function for a friend of ours. Shout out to Omari. Omari had initiated this party that he called Hoodie on the Hill.
And he put me and Reese to work.
So last year was the first year. I guess it makes no sense. It all makes sense. Last year he did the function. He asked us to, we all, host it or whatever. So we were like, oh, okay, cool. And so we did our thing.
We did.
Of course, if you guys don't know, he does bartend, so he's good at creating drinks. And so the first one, he created a couple. Was it two or one?
One.
Just
the first year was one.
One signature cocktail.
Oh, bitch, that mean I got to create 3 for the year 3?
No.
Okay.
No. I think 2 is good enough.
Okay.
Management. So he created a drink, and it was good. We played games. We had prizes. It was a good time. And so then Omari was like, I think I want to do an annual thing. And so this time he came through with the coin thada-ish.
Yeah, because she was catered this year.
Yeah. So
She was good, too.
And the
food was amazing.
Do we talk pros and cons? Can we talk pros and cons?
We're going to talk the pros and cons.
So
because the people supposed to be subscribed and listen, so they're going to get this.
Get it.
So they're going to find out.
What's up?
We ain't going to say no names.
No.
They don't know what we're talking about. Then we're gonna name incidents.
I don't know some names. So
I don't know no names.
No name, no case.
But we know when it happened and how it happened.
Right. So I think that overall it was a good time.
Absolutely.
Overall,
Absolutely.
The game, I was kind of concerned about the game this year because
Which one?
the scavenger hunt.
Why?
Just because
That was my favorite.
I feel like when people are at functions like that, sometimes they're not. And
Okay.
we saw.
So
that
let
some
me give
people are just not.
a PSA.
Come on, PSA.
Trying to round up inebriated adults is like working at a daycare.
Yes.
Period.
And then when
I was
sober,
just like, yeah. And when you're it's working at a daycare. Like, imagine a daycare where you got a kid over here eating glue. These two are fighting.
One is asleep.
One is asleep. These are just running. These kids over here running around in a circle. It's a gang of them over here doing God knows what.
Doing show and tell. Show me yours, I'll show you mine.
But like trying to get their attention and just so you can speak your piece or give them instructions is the hardest thing. You would think like, okay, we're all adults. We all understand. And I was just like, wow. Like, so no one's going to pay attention. Like, no one's going to listen. Like, because I'm moody, because I've had to. It's very much either you're going to do it or we're not going to do this at all.
What do you mean? Round them together?
Right. Either they're going to listen or y'all just enjoy the party. Thank you for coming.
And so I think that is what makes us a good team. Like, I won't say
absolutely.
I don't want to say that you have. I mean, because I think we both. Well, I can speak for myself. My patience is low, so I don't have a high tolerance for a lot of bullshit. Right. So those moments.
Well, we both have low patience then.
That's what I'm saying. So I was going to say that about you, but I have to own it for myself. But I think because we're in a space doing a job, my patience elevates a little bit. I can be like, okay. Now, what I can appreciate is that Omari stepped in because it was his people when people weren't paying attention.
It was his.
He riled them up and got
it was
their
his
attention.
friends.
So
which I didn't understand. That. Like, what makes his voice any different than ours? Like, we all talk at the same level.
Was very aggressive though.
Maybe it's the New York.
And yeah, because
maybe it's the New York undertone. They understand it a little bit more. It comes across a little bit more. I was like,
more well received.
Because I was like, we all said this at the same level,
right?
But it was just like, I don't know, and I just think that is rude. Like if someone is like trying to get your attention, like I just think that is rude.
I agree, 100%. I think if I'm at a function,
and we're about to play a game.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
If you're trying to get my attention, you're trying to get my attention for something.
Like
right?
I'm not going to sit up here and keep holding this conversation. Like that, in my mind, that particular conversation is not that important.
Right. Agreed.
Or had it been that important, you would have stepped to a private room,
or whatever.
But it was not that important where you can't see what they're about to say to see if it's going to apply to you, if you want to do it or not, and then go back to whatever you were doing.
Right.
But shout out to everybody that decided to play though. And that was the funny thing. Like, now that we have your attention, now everybody want to play. Mm-hmm. It was just like...
I enjoyed it.
But you know what was funny to me? It was a solo project, but they made it a team.
Oh, yeah. But it was smart. That was smart. The only thing, though, was there was one prize.
But we said it was individual.
We did. But
clearly they don't follow instructions as well.
I don't know. I wasn't mad at because I mean you get more when you pull up together.
I mean, but the questions were solo, right? It was given
easy.
Solo on a question.
It was very easy.
But
and then there was a tries for me. So one of the questions
it was
provide a bill, like a monetary bill, $1, $5, $10, $15, or $15, $5, $10, $20, whatever. Provide a bill with 11, the number 11 and the serial number.
Mm-hmm.
We had motherfuckers writing 11 on the
they improvise. You hear me?
I said I appreciate how clever. What was another one that was
the photo grid of them and Omari pictured together.
There was one that said you needed to provide a picture with you and Omari, and someone put their pictures together. And collectively, it was
collectively it worked. However, they did not complete the task. It had to be on their social media. That was the other part of the question.
Oh, maybe I missed that. But yeah, that was another one.
It was, and then you could also see like some of the questions, some people answered the first part of the question, but there were multiple parts of the question.
There was pieces you had to read.
You did have to read and follow each instruction. It was like, but I did that, but you didn't do these steps.
Right.
So
only one team, because it was supposed to be individual, but it was a team. We got all of them. Mm-hmm. They got all of them. So shout out to that team.
It's your watch.
Why?
I don't know. It's your watch. I don't know why it's going on.
That is weird. But it popped up on your thing.
What you mean it popped up on my thing?
Something popped up over there when it happened.
Over there.
That was weird. I don't know what to do to make that happen again. Maybe I need to get out of a situation. I need that to go off. I gotta go.
Bitch. Oh, so you gonna walk out?
No, I'm saying like if I'm on a bad date.
I can just call you. The drinks that I made were good. However, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
These people were. I think they were sensitive.
Like everybody that opened up, like the drinks were what, about this big?
It was like 8 ounces.
8 ounces. Yeah, actually it was 8 ounces because I had to measure. So everyone
you get an experience when you hire a little R&R to host your events.
So everyone that opened up a drink, oh my God, this is strong. Oh my God, like this is a lot. Oh, this is strong. Give me something to like water. Like they were adding soda to it. They were adding extra juice to it. And I was just like, why? Like I didn't get it. And maybe because I knew the measurements. Like the alcohol that was, oh shit, maybe it was a lot. Never mind.
They were strong, but they were good.
It was 3 ounces. But I did 3 and 3. Like it was 3 ounces of liquor to 3 ounces of juice.
I think that our intent, and when I say our, me, you, and Omari, I think the intent was for it to be a drink that was sipped throughout. But people don't realize that.
These motherfuckers are trying to take it. I guess because it's so small, they assumed they could just throw it back.
Right.
Well, I'm glad I made it strong.
Yeah.
That way they took their time.
Some of them.
Well, yeah. Well.
Some of them did not. Some of them did not. And it showed.
The real drinkers
but it was
into
overall,
the room.
I mean, I can't even really say that there was anything bad. I think it was overall a good event. I think that the fortunate, unfortunate part was while it was our friend and we were working, I think that the thrill of being there, like when we were done with our part,
we were ready to go home.
The thrill of being there had departed. Like it was like, okay, because I'm going to give myself a pat on the back. Actually, I'm going to give you my back so you can pat me on the back for this. Thank you.
Friend.
I think I'm a good host. Like almost to a fault. Because people were like, oh, here's my plate. And I was like,
No. That's not a good host. That's giving cleanup. That's giving Molly Maid. Like that's giving that's giving the hell.
No.
Like when you give your definition of a host because we also had to define party and event as well. Hold on, wait. I know why your watch do a lot of things, but we'll discuss that offline.
Is it the bracelet?
No. We'll discuss it offline.
The bracelet that my mom made, Perder Productions on Facebook. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna have to get a clip of that so I can send it to her. I shouldn't have said that. I should have just told you. Anyway, so I felt like, and I get what you're saying. Like it was giving cleanup, but at the same time, I think as a host, clean as you go, so that when you get to the end of the party, you're not having to do all of that, right? And then a lot of times, this is just in my head, when you have a function and you have people that have plates, like food, right? Food, there was juice and all that stuff on the plate. I think that when people put plates down, people step on them, and then you got dirty floors or your carpet's messed up because of that. So for me, my mentality is if I'm hosting or whatever, I'm like, oh, let me grab that for you so I can just put it in the garbage so that there's no opportunity for mess.
Okay.
More mess. You know what I'm saying? So that was my whole intent.
And I appreciate that part of it as well. But when I think of a host, I think of you're walking around, you're making sure people are good, you're engaging, you're having conversation with people. You are like that's what you were greeting people at the door, telling them, what to, welcome and, grab this and X, Y, and Z and so forth. So that's what I think of when I see hosts. And I'm not taking away from you assisting the people with cleanup. However,
that's not what we were hired for.
It's not. It's not.
I get it. And I think maybe because it was
and honestly, because when I see able-bodied humans laid back on a couch saying, Reese, can you get me this? Can you?
It's the able-bodied humans.
Why the fuck can't you get up?
I get it.
Why can't you go get it? Like, this was good. Can you make me another plate? I'm not your man. I'm not your mother. You can get it. Like, again, like you said, we were not hired to serve you. Right. Like, we're not servers.
You're right.
And if like no one tipped you. Thank you. No one tipped you. No one said thank you for your services.
Don't shiny on me, bitch.
Like I just didn't like.
I get it.
Get up and make your own refill. Like, why can't you get off the couch? Why can't you get out of your chair? Like, they did it. They did it year one.
Right. You're right.
It was given self-serve.
You and your terms today. Like, able-bodied humans are able to self-serve.
But like that was my whole, like, I just didn't like it. Like, you're not going to call on my friend to make you another plate or bring you another drink. Like, no. Like, right. I just had it. But you, like, it's when, like, a parent see that child doing something, leave them alone. They fine. They happy. They ain't about you. You were finding your element. So I was just like, I'm just let them go. I'm waiting for the games to begin.
And Ramont literally was like,
I'm waiting for the games to begin.
This is my role, and here I go. And when we were done,
I was hired to make the drinks and host the games. I made the drinks. They're complaining about them, in my opinion.
I think that it was
they weren't, but again, like, they were supposed to sip. Had they sip versus gulp, because they said, oh, they're good, they're just strong. Well, maybe you should sip it and stop trying to take it to the head. Because I sipped when I was making them at home. I sipped them. I was fine. I don't know what their problem was.
Deep throats.
But yeah, overall, it was a great time.
Year 3 will be even better.
Year 3, which I'm tired.
That's next year. We got time.
I'm tired.
But
because Amari starts in December.
Right, true. I was gonna go into the whole, like, invited, not invited, but I think that's a whole. I don't know. I feel like we've talked about that. Maybe.
I think everyone there was invited.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that advised Omari that they didn't get an invite after the fact. In whatever way, shape, form, or fashion. I will just say this, people. If you're not invited to something, it's okay. It wasn't meant for you to be there.
I mean, I guess because it doesn't bother us.
It doesn't. Because to not get an invite is okay. I'm okay.
I'm definitely okay.
I
was invited to one of the parties y'all had that weekend, and I just didn't go.
Didn't. And yeah.
And my rationale behind that, I didn't want to see the same people within the same weekend, like, at two different events. Like, it was going to give the same energy. Like, I just saw you yesterday.
Right.
Like,
and I looked at it as, well, I mean, I'm a supporter. So
you
I'm
are.
a support.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely support the person. But it was just like.
I'm not saying that you didn't, but I understood again. And then you had more work to do on the back end with the whole drinks and everything. So.
Chow cheese.
So it was like,
right.
But we had a good time.
Here I am, the worker bee.
And I'm the
I worked the night before you worked the day. I got the night shift. You got the day shift.
Early, because my friend came in, sat down, said, "Okay, what? Okay, I got it. Yeah, okay, cool.
We're good. We got everything this year.
Yeah, everything worked out. It was a good time. So that was fun. Then we went to another party, and we had a good time there.
That was a real good time too. Everyone showed up, showed out. Yes. You know.
Are we going again? I feel like, was that an invitation? I feel like this is your thing.
Whoa!
Now.
Please don't put it on me.
No. I'm just saying.
I put it out there.
But see,
because it popped up on my timeline.
So now I want to go only because I want to dress up. I got my afro.
And of course, Tonio was excited about it.
But I got all I got is my afro so far. And I was like, ooh. I got an afro, y'all. So.
But you're going to be walking out there with it not on. And it's spring, so it's giving good, comfortable weather.
Look, this is hot. My edges. Yeah, so that was, what else did you do on Sunday?
Bitch, rest. Listen. Every night we were out till literally 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So Sunday, I think we in the DMV. I'm from Baltimore. My man from DC.
Baltimore.
Bitch. So it's crab season, y'all. So we went and got our crabs. And like, that is our Sunday fun day. Like, hands down.
I'm not a fan of.
I don't know if it's the liquor or the shot, but bitch, I'm feeling myself.
I am not a fan of couple goals or whatnot because I just think that each relationship that you enter, that's your own thing.
You shouldn't be. I think it's just a hashtag for social media.
Right. It's cute. But what I love about Ramont and D is, I don't know, I'm sure it happens more times than not, but y'all will have Sunday fun day. Like, y'all will have brunch and be at home,
Fucked
just
up.
the two of y'all. Fucked up. But in the chat, you can tell that you guys are having a good-ass time. Like, pictures are coming and all of that. And I'm like...
Guess what? We bought a hookah.
It's over. It's over. The club is opening back, and I'm going to be there. When did y'all get a hookah? Which one? Did y'all get the box? I like that. I actually have there's a box.
No, I'm going to show it to you.
So the crazy thing is I have 3 hookahs. Oh, okay. He been working out? Like,
that's how I always look. So we was like, all right, let's. So I was like, we gonna get crabs today. He was like, they not. It's cold outside. I said, let me call. I put in my phone call. They were open. So, but it's a convenience store. I don't know why I'm using quotations. It's a convenience store.
We do that a lot.
Next to the next to our crabs spot, and I was like, let's go in here. And we were just looking at outside. I was like, oh, I'm joking. Like, oh, they got lottery and they got hookah or whatever. I was like, let's go in there. And we're just in there like, okay, I want like a soda. Huh?
You waiting on the crabs?
We haven't even went into the crab store yet.
Okay.
We just went in there first just to see what they had or whatever. And because they'd been there for some time. We was like, we just never went in. And he was like, oh, they got a hookah thing. He was like, I want to buy a hookah thing. I was like, for what? He was like, just because. Right. Your mindset. So he bought it, bitch. I said, we was in there shopping. He bought the hookah thing.
Well, you gotta buy everything together.
Well, it comes together. Like when you pick out the one.
But I'm saying you gotta get the hookah. I mean the whatever.
He gave us the coals for free.
Okay.
We picked out our flavors.
What did y'all get? Please tell me y'all got mint.
We got mint. Okay. I know. Listen. I've been around you enough. I got a mint. I got a mango, and we got a watermelon and mint, and an apple and mint.
Okay.
I think on Sunday I mixed the mango with the watermelon and mint.
How was that?
It was real good.
Okay. I'm with it. I haven't tried that yet, but watermelon mint is my shit.
You're not coming over.
And blueberry, I am coming over. The fuck you mean I'm not coming over?
So
I'll call
we got that, but outside of that, I'm in there buying snacks. I done bought cookies.
Were you high?
Damon buying chips. No, but they just had our stuff. Like
it
was very nostalgic. It was giving me hood corner store. So we got that, and then we went and bought our crabs next door or whatever like that. So after our crabs, we sat there and smoked hookah.
You don't even like hookah.
I don't, but I was with my man in my house.
I can't wait to come over.
For a Sunday fun day.
Can bond.
A whole Sunday fun day, bitch. And that's what I said. I said, bitch, we got a hookah. I said, now we don't have a reason to go out. We bring, because we will literally cook. We're gonna buy champagne. We already have liquor in the house. Now we got a hookah. Bitch, I hook up the soundbar to the phone, bitch. Invite y'all hoes over. Game over.
It's a party. It's a party.
Bitch is not leaving.
Sure not. That sounds like fun. But I do.
We'll wait till springtime. We'll do it. You'll have to bring You'll have to bring your hookah because it's a lot of us. Well, it ain't that many, but.
Well,
so I was like, so when we got home, I was like, damn. I said, we didn't get no hookah tips. He was like, tell everybody to bring a hookah tip because I'm sure they got one left in a coat pocket, jean pocket. So.
I got a whole bag. Because I have a hookah though. Because I think that when I bought it, or maybe
I should go on Amazon and buy some hookah tips.
You can, but I have some. I'll give you some. Because I don't. Right now.
That was the one time, and when we were done, I was just like, so we need to light out oils and open a window. He was like, why? I said, go. Like I said, go outside and come back in. He said, oh, it's like straight hookah. He was like, oh, okay, I got it. But when you in the moment, like we were just sitting there smoking, watching Drag Race, like literally just sitting there chilling.
Oh, it comes on tomorrow. Did I watch it?
It comes on Friday, yeah. So it's Sunday, so we catch up on Sundays.
Oh, okay. See, I have a whole thing. I love it. Babe, if you listening, we got to come up with our own shit. Not be to follow them, but
it's
I want our own
random.
thing. No, I love it.
Yeah,
I want something consistent though.
But we know that like if we're gonna sit here at the counter and either do brunch or eat crabs, we're gonna watch like something reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like if like
Are you
it'll
watching
be
Celebrity
like
Big Brother?
Housewives or it'd be like Drake, huh?
Celebrity Big
No,
Big
we
Brother.
don't watch that.
I'm not done. I think it's done though, but because they come on so often, I have to catch up like on one day.
I heard it's good.
It was good. I fell in love with Lamar Odom.
Really?
Like I just not like in like lusting after him, but I just think that he is just so cool, calm, and collected. And then I will say I'm not a fan of Todrick, but him and Todrick had a good like their vibe was good. You know what I'm saying? You know how sometimes you.
So I was listening to our podcast mothers on the way down, and they were talking about Celebrity Big Brother. So it's weird. It's funny that you bring it up.
I didn't listen.
Oh, I know, right? So they were saying how they haven't watched it either, and they was like, I went to Todrick page, and a lot of the comments were like snake and trash emojis, but Bob's mother said that Todrick is like playing the game.
Oh yeah,
but of course I don't watch though, and they haven't watched, so they didn't know like how to interpret anything.
Right.
So it's weird.
He definitely played the game again. I wouldn't be surprised if he won.
And it's funny. He said the mother thinks that Todrick will win, and someone else thinks that Carson would win. No, the mother thinks Todrick would get kicked off because he's doing too much, and then
This
thinks
must
that
have been
Carson
early
will win.
on because they're
Okay.
down to the top 3.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And Todrick is in the top 3 along with guess who?
Carson?
Cynthia Bailey.
Oh.
I mean, I hope I'm not ruining for anybody, but Carson's
pretty-
gone. I like Carson though.
Oh.
I bumped
I
into
love
Carson in Tennessee once. I think I was in Tennessee, and I was out at some little shop, and I bumped into him. But the crazy thing is, I did not know who. I knew his face. I did not know his name, so I couldn't say anything. Because I would have said hello, but he looked I enjoyed his energy. Todrick, again, I'm not a fan of his, but he definitely played the game. Cynthia slid under the radar, but I'm not mad at her. I honestly think that she has a good chance of winning if she plays like she's in the top 3. She got to play her cards right. But neither here nor there. That's just another reality. We got to get into this topic.
I know, right? Because we just bumping the gums.
Just talking shit about what's
Mouth
going on.
Almighty.
So what's the topic?
You picked this topic.
And you were not a fan.
I wasn't, but I'm here to talk about it because I'll talk about it. But I wasn't a fan. I just like options. Give me options. Don't just send me one.
Okay,
and then I didn't like your
options,
options.
and it's like
I ain't like
none
those
of them.
either. You know how you come out your room with an outfit on? I ain't like it, girl. Try again. I don't know what
But
you
I
had
gave
at.
you 4 options.
And they were all horrible.
Were they?
I just
They were
wasn't
from
feeling
the
it.
list.
I just wasn't feeling them.
It's fine.
It's okay.
See, the compromise that I do, because it's like a relationship.
Oh, so
right?
you compromise?
The compromise that I do when Ramont sends me 2 or 3 topics, I pick one. Because he took the
Right,
liberty.
because I sent you 2 or 3 initially. Maybe you should have sent 2 or 3 initially, and I would have picked honesty.
So what I'm saying is, I sent him 1 because that was the one that I wanted to talk about. And he said, give me options. So I sent him 3 more. And Ramont,
So you see
Ramont said, I don't like any of them.
Didn't.
When Ramont sends me 2, thank you for sending me an option. However, I may not like either of them because I am not going to be a difficult person. I say, I'll go with this one.
Because when
So then, how we ended up with this topic, how we ended up where we are with the initial topic that I sent was because
Take another
I
long
said,
pause.
Well, hun, you pick one then. I guess I'll go with this one. I didn't even respond. I said, you know what? I'm not going to do this with you
you
today.
actually did, but it's okay.
I did not respond. Oh, I did. I gave you the
You know, you said the nerve.
nerve.
Okay, so you responded.
So
Don't lie
today's
to
topic-
the people. You like to be verbatim, don't you?
I do like to be verbatim. You're right.
Okay.
You're right. Watch your hand.
Okay. My hand didn't move.
Watch your hand.
Watch your
I
finger.
feel like you put your hand up. So, all that to say, our topic for today is honesty.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, so subtopic, honesty. Is it the best policy?
Yes.
Okay. And then, what is it? The second
I don't.
subtopic?
Where's your little notes?
I'm asking for words because you're good with words today. Don't little notes, bitch. The fuck? I'm so tired of you. Every time somebody says little to me now, I'm triggered.
You are. Because someone said it on Saturday.
Right. I follow your little podcast, bitch. What? Well, it is a little. I don't give a fuck.
Did I hear that?
Somebody did say that. I already follow your little podcast.
Who? Where was I?
I don't know. We were Italian. I don't fucking know, but.
Bitch, I would have ripped up that paper.
But, so we're talking, okay, so honesty, is it the best policy? And then also, is it an excuse to be an asshole? So to me, honesty is being the best policy. Yeah, like I think that one thing that my mother, shout out to my mom, who sells jewelry on Facebook.
She getting a lot of shout outs this episode.
Perder Productions, Mom, he said you don't watch. I'm gonna need you to pull up. I need you to pull up and prove him wrong. Maybe not this episode because I did say a lot of profane language. I use a lot of bad words. No, but one thing that my mother taught me when I was younger was there is not anyone that you have to lie to. You don't have to lie to nobody. Mm-hmm. And so we had and I'm sure that the conversation was much deeper than that, but it was just, what stuck with me is that there ain't nobody that, why do I have to lie to anyone? On the strength of that.
You should have put a subtext for the title, White Lies and Black Lies. Or just White Lies itself. When it comes to
I think that, so for me, I feel like, and this is where I was going, I feel like even if there is a topic, if you ask me a question that I don't want to answer, I'm going to tell you that. And I find that in dating, a lot of times, we're asking a lot of questions, we're trying to get to know each other. There are just some things that I don't think that is necessary for you to know at a certain time.
Do you think that omission is a lie?
Omission of information is very close to it.
Come on, be careful with your words.
I was, because
it sounds like you omit a lot.
I don't omit. No.
Okay.
No, I've been in a situation where information was omitted, but was very.
Come on.
If I ask you a very direct question and you give me an answer that supports some of my question to appease a piece of it, and then I find out some more later, that's a problem for me.
But they didn't lie to you. They were honest to you.
They were honest? They were not completely honest.
So omission is a lie or just not completely honest?
It's lie adjacent.
Okay. Lie adjacent.
It is. Because I feel, so for instance, I'll give you an example. I was dating someone and there was, they went on a trip with a friend of theirs.
Okay. And
they told me, they were very upfront and said, hey, my ex was invited on this trip.
Okay.
So I said, hey, okay. In the conversation, I was like, well, are they going? Well, I don't know.
Okay.
That struck me a little like, how you don't know? Because if I'm going on a trip with you and my ex was invited, I'm going to be like, friend, they coming? They not coming? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just
especially if you already knew that they were invited. So, right. But you know if they're coming or not.
Exactly. But I said, okay.
How the fuck you find out if they were invited?
Because they were invited when they were still dealing. So I knew that. I knew that they were invited.
Oh, bitch.
So.
Is this a story I know?
You know this story.
Girl.
So then the trip.
Go ahead, tell your little story.
The trip happens and we're FaceTiming. We're talking throughout the trip, right? And I will say that I don't think I asked if the ex was there or made it. I think maybe in the beginning. I don't know. I can't remember. But the trip went on. We had conversation throughout. They come back home. Everything is good. And then I get a text message with a plethora of pictures from said trip.
Ooh.
Random. Because it wasn't like, oh, take a look at my pics. It was just like a flood. And I was like, oh, so I'm going through the pictures. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Because I'm nosy. I'm going to look.
Right. I mean, you sent them to me. So I'm looking. I'm like, oh, okay. You showed me your pics from your trip that some of them I hadn't seen. I was like, oh, okay. This is cool. I get to the last picture.
Oof. Not the last one.
And it was
right there.
the boo. Well, not the boo. The person that I was dating and the ex. And I was like, Like, I said, is this your ex? In the text. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Is this, I ain't gonna put it out there. Is this the trip? This from the trip? Yeah.
So he was cool about it.
Like, it was very like
I told you.
You asked me, so I'm telling you.
Well, yeah. Well, in a sense, but I get it.
Hello. So when you got there, you did. To me, that was the time to tell me. Mm-hmm. Not, and it. I don't know that. I don't think it would have been a whole thing. I'm not a very jealous person. Like, I feel like you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do, and I'll deal with it when it happens. I'm not gonna subject myself to.
Right, but it was the fact that he told you initially.
That
I'm going on a trip, right? And I don't know if he's coming, so he should have told you when he got there. Hey, I wanted to let you know. Yes, he is here, because in the back of your mind, you already got this information,
right?
How long was the trip?
It was like 3 or 4 days, I think.
3 or 4 days, and he ain't say nothing.
No, not one. Not man day.
Going to beat his ass.
Not man day.
3 days worth.
So I was like, what the fuck? So I was just like, bro, like this is crazy to me. And it was very like, well, I don't understand. And so that
of course he wouldn't.
Look, flag, right? Flag on a play. Like, I should have just been like, I'm done with this. So yes, I think that omission is lie adjacent. And I think that people are manipulative when they are omitting information because they know. You know what I'm saying? I just think that if you ask me something and I only give you a piece of it, my thing is, if you're going to give me a piece of it, just make sure I don't find out the rest of it.
So,
I would have never found out had you not sent me the
accidentally
picture.
sent you the pictures. He need to watch what the fuck he texting.
Right.
So, to back up to your first statement, is honesty an excuse to be an asshole? No, it is not. It's all in how you say something to someone. It's all in the words that you choose and the tone in which you say it. Because I can easily say that, like, this is asshole. Friend, this hoodie is ugly on you. It's not your color. But I'd be like, but you'd be like, well, damn, bitch. You're like, I'm just being honest. But I was an asshole. But if I say, friend, are you sure, like, you like this? Like, you know what I mean? Like, friend,
it doesn't compliment your skin
I would use
tone.
I statements like, friend, I don't think this is a good color on you. It doesn't compliment your skin for me. That's me being honest. If you ask me what I thought about this hoodie, you know what I mean? So it all depends on, and that's with anything. Honestly.
I think delivery, delivery is
definitely
big
delivery.
deal.
So no, it's not an excuse to be an asshole. Lie by omission. I feel it, like you said. I agree wholeheartedly.
Just stop telling me. I mean, so I will sooner say, and I've learned this therapy. I will sooner,
#therapy.
Right. It's real out here. I will sooner say that I don't want to have this conversation, or I don't want to talk about that, or that's not something that is not something I'm comfortable talking about right now, or something like that. Because again, I don't want it to come across as a lie, or I don't want to give you some of and not all of, you know what I'm saying? So I will say that before I completely tell a lie or even give you a piece, because I just feel like. But if you say, I don't want to talk about that right now, or I don't want to talk about that, how I'm set up, it's very much why. Now that I know I hit a nerve, and now that I know there's something there that I need to know that you are not willing to tell me. But can you respect the fact that maybe it's timing? So I have to be in a space. I have to be in a space that's comfortable for me.
But what is timing? How long do I have to wait?
Who knows? And again, it depends. Like you and I. So if you and I are having a conversation, there may be some shit that I'm just not comfortable talking to you about right now, or maybe in that moment I just don't want to talk about it. And
so if I was to walk away, if I ask you a question, you say, Ramont, I don't want to discuss that. And if I say, okay, respect, we don't have to talk again until you're ready to talk, until you're ready to answer my question.
I feel like that's a lot, but I I get it. Again, I think it depends
because
on what.
Because it's always going to be in the back of my mind. And each time I see you, is not a good time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's why.
I understand that. But at the same time, I think that there has to be some level of respect to someone's comfortability in discussing whatever that is. Like
well, of course, naturally, it's going to depend on what it is.
Right. But I'm really relating that stance on getting to know someone. It's not typically hard for me, for someone that I trust and someone that I'm very cool with. You know what I mean? It's not hard for me to speak on anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
But if it's a touchy subject, like if you came to me and was like, yo, you was real upset about blah, 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 and I'm still pissed off, I might be like, Ramont, this ain't the time. I don't want to talk about it right now because I'm still like in my feelings about it. So how would you receive that?
We finna talk through your feelings.
Okay.
I'm gonna force you to talk. I'm gonna force you to talk to me because I'm the type of person where if you're mad at me in this moment, you want to cuss me out and tell me how you feel, I will allow you to do that within that space in that moment because it's what I'm asking.
Within that space and time.
Only in that.
Bitch, if you try me afterwards, it's a motherfucking problem.
It's a motherfucking problem. Because we dealt with it, bitch. I didn't give you your time and your space. Don't bring the shit up again.
Right.
But because I want us to sit here and I want us to deal with it. I don't want it lingering on because if you're mad in that moment and if we don't address it right then and there and say what the problem is and come to a mutual understanding, you're going to hold on to that. You know what I mean?
Potentially.
Yeah. So I'd rather you sit here and cuss me out, say whatever you got to say. And in that moment, I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to feel some kind of, feel some kind of way. Naturally, feelings are going to get hurt. But I'm going to look at it as if this is how he feels right now. Mm-hmm. And how can we correct this?
The only thing that I would say to that is you also have to have some grace, right? I love that word. You have to have some grace though because...
We talked about grace last time.
Right. Different grace.
Different. Oh, that's a new grace?
Different grace. New grace. But I think that, again, it goes back to... And again, I've told people... That I'm kind of getting away from, but I'm going to run back into it. The best or biggest lesson learned in the last year was you can't expect you from other people. So while I understand where you're coming from, and because we're friends, I can respect that and I would receive that and I would probably have that conversation with you because there was a situation with, and not to bring up work, but my supervisor, not my previous supervisor who is gone now, like she moved to a different area. We had a bump in the road. I was pissed. Something had happened at work. It was a transfer of information, and she came at me and was like, I need you to da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do it, but I feel like X, Y, and Z. And she's like, I don't care how you feel.
Ooh.
You don't care how I feel? Bet. So I did what needed to be done, sent it on, and was done with that and her.
Mm-hmm.
So the next day she calls me. This is at the beginning of the pandemic, so we're teleworking. And we hadn't really known. We were getting to know each other, right? So we were filling each other out. She called me the next day. She was like, hey, what's going on? Like she always did. And I was like, hey, what's up? And she was like, are you okay? I said, I'm good. Mm-hmm. She was like, I can sense something. I said, oh, yes. I said, and I said exactly, I'm feeling a way. I don't know how to relay it in a professional way right now. So I'm going to reserve saying something until I'm ready. And she said, kind of like you said, we can take the professional side off of it and be two adults and have this conversation because I want to get to nip it in the bud and rectify it. I said, okay, cool. So we did that and love her to death now. So I would receive that, but at the same time, you have to understand that some people, because I've been in situations where people are just like, I can't talk to you right now because I'm in my emotions and I'm emotional and I don't want to speak from emotion. I want to speak from a place. And to me, I'm with you. I want the raw emotion. Give me what it is so we can deal with it and move through. Because
tell me how you feel about me right now.
I'm with that.
I need to know how you feel about me
but
when you're
upset.
Process
differently. Some people are going to be like, no, I can't, or I don't want to, or whatever. And so I just think that while I understand it, you have to respect those individuals.
It's a read the room type of thing. And that applies to honesty as well, because I know which friends would be honest and like blunt and just say what the fuck they gotta say. And I know which ones would probably, I'd rather not. Maybe I'll make a suggestion. And if they pick up on a suggestion, then I'm good. But if they don't, oh well.
It's okay. Right.
You know what I mean? So it's a read the room. But as friends, like I feel as if we need the raw emotion. I feel as if we should be able to say whatever fuck we want to say. But if I don't fuck with you like that, I'm gonna say what the fuck I gotta say.
Right.
And I don't give a fuck about your feelings.
And again, not using it. I would assume that you're not using that moment to be honest, to be an asshole. Because that's
it depends on how I feel about you. Like not really, like is it worth it? Like me telling you if I don't deal with you.
That is very key for me.
Like, is it worth it?
If I don't care about you like that,
then I'm not.
I'm not investing the time and energy to help you understand who I am.
Like, I'm quick to be like, okay, you got it.
That is my word. You got it. Okay. Oh,
you got it.
And if you get that from me, you know that you don't mean much, or you definitely leveled out. I'm good. I don't care.
Like, don't ask my opinion and then argue my opinion down.
Oh, that is so.
You know what? I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
You got it.
Yeah.
What was I thinking?
Who am I?
All right, who is me?
No, I get it, and I'm with it. I am with it. I am with it. I am with it. So, I guess, and I think I threw that out there because I think a lot of times people will always, when they are assholes about a situation, well, I'm being honest. Okay, but
it is a shield, and I feel as if you can't have a constructive conversation where yes, you're being honest. However, I'm not going to just sit back and take what you're saying to me. I'm going to have a rebuttal. Right. I'm going to have a comment. Because that is your honesty is honestly your perspective of the situation,
your opinion,
but your
thoughts and all of that, right?
You don't know like what I'm processing in that in that particular moment,
right?
Like when I was mad over the candle situation, like D's honesty is I don't like you like that because I feel like he doesn't know what to do. It's uncomfortable to be around, and he just wants to bring me out of that particular mood. Mm-hmm. And that's his honest opinion. Like, you know what I mean? So I had to, one, receive, like that's how he's perceiving me. And then also explain that in that moment, I'm not, just agree with me. Support me, bitch. Like if I want to cuss with me. Right. You know what I mean? And that's that. But if it all depends on if you're giving honesty to someone that is a little, for lack of better terms, weak. And if they start to cry per se, you can't be like, well, I'm just being honest. They ask for honesty.
Right.
You know that's not that type of person. And your words should have been a little bit more kinder, a little bit more gentler so that person can receive it. But don't be harsh and aggressive towards that person.
And if it's unwarranted, that's a whole nother thing. Because I think that's a lot of times the case. From my perspective, I've seen or heard of situations. Well, I'm just being honest, but sometimes people didn't even ask you for you to be honest.
No, they didn't.
They didn't. Nobody asked you, so shut the fuck up.
They probably asked you for your opinion,
right?
And you're like, I'm being honest. No, it's your opinion.
Yeah, and your opinion is honest, but at the same time, it's how you package it and deliver it, and it shouldn't just be like you can wrap some shit up nice and pretty, and I'll be receiving of that before you hand it to me on a platter and try to smush it in my face. Like, bitch, no, that's not how that works.
I'm just being honest. No, you're not.
Yeah,
you're being nasty.
An asshole.
Yeah,
you're intentionally. So stop with that, people.
And don't apologize after that either.
Yeah.
I don't receive it. Oh, I don't receive it.
Yeah, you. I was gonna say you
like
can't go off on me.
And my thing is, if I don't ask for apology.
I'm never gonna ask for an apology.
If I don't want an apology, if I've already made up my mind on how to deal with you, at work, someone was just like, I apologize. If I did X, Y, and Z, that was not my intention. I said, okay, okay. Like I didn't ask for your apology. I didn't need your apology. I'm good on you. So, and my thing is, you're apologizing for you to make yourself feel better.
Or you think it's what needs to
You
happen.
think that's what's needed, because from now on, I know how to deal with you.
Right.
And I'm only going to deal with you in this respect, in this way. And it's not going to change. There's nothing else. I remember one particular person was just like, a white person. He's so colorful with everyone else, and he's very strict and black and white with me. Abso-fucking-lutely. Because I know how to deal with you.
And black and white.
And I will give, hey, what's going on? Hi. You need anything? You good? All right. Hey, girl, yes, because da-da-da. I know how to deal with you. And you're not going to get what that person's getting because you don't give me that. So, therefore, and like, you now feel some kind of way because you see there's a difference. But you just need to respect, this is how we're going to interact.
Right.
But you can't respect because you want that. It ain't got nothing to do with it.
But if you didn't set it up that way, then that's on you. But, okay, so when you say I didn't ask for an apology, I'm just processing that.
If we have a disagreement.
Is that for the people that you ain't fucking with? Because I feel like for me, when you said that, my automatic reaction is I'm not asking anyone for an apology. Like, I'm never going to be like, Ramont, I feel like you need to apologize to me. Now.
I would say it to you.
Would you? Okay.
If you hurt my feelings or something, like, I would like, Reese, I feel as if you owe me an apology because you were wrong in that aspect. If we're having an honest conversation.
Right. Now, in that, and this is my thought process, right? So if you ask me, or if I'm in that space of asking, and someone says, you know what? Okay, I apologize. Do you feel like it's genuine? Do you feel like it's as genuine
What are they saying?
If you said, hey, Reese, I feel like da-da-da-da, I feel like you owe me an apology. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Not me. Maybe take me out of it because I would be genuine. If you came to me and said that, I would. But I don't know if I would. I feel like if I have to prompt you, then is it genuine?
Well, some people don't know apology is. Some people require a prompt because they like. You can be like, well, I don't feel as if I did anything wrong. So what am I apologizing for? You know. So
that's my point. Because what did I do, bitch? I said what I said.
Right, exactly. It all depends on if you're my friend and I value your feelings, if you're that close to me and I value your feelings, and if you tell me that I made you feel some kind of way, yes, like you said, genuinely, I would apologize because that was not my intent. That was not my purpose.
I get it.
But if you are random and just like, you hit me up, when they tried to fight me and they sent those apologies the next day.
Got the tape. Got the tape.
Friend, you gotta stop laughing so we can keep on going.
Okay, go ahead. They was gonna do something for real.
And they sent those apologies the next day. I didn't ask for them. Like, it was what it was in the moment. We already peeped game for what it was. We don't need the apology. But for them, they felt as if they needed to issue the apology. You crying. This is got the tape. Are we done?
Did we tell this story? I don't know.
I don't think we've ever told it, but
they gonna want to know the story.
That's the story. But that's the story. That is the gist of the story. Long story short. So,
very short.
Right. So, but but none of us asked for it. None of us in our group asked for it.
Right.
All parties involved did not ask for it. We already peeped game. We knew what it was. But they chose to do it the next day. Granted, we said, okay, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is.
Godspeed.
Right. Because we knew what it was when it happened. So, stop. Why you your friend, get yourself together.
Oh, I'm just thinking about the whole story. These people.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if a person tell me I hurt their feelings, it can go one or two ways. It can give an apology, or I didn't feel as if I did anything wrong. I'm not apologizing. However, I want an apology in the same form in which you hurt my feelings. Like, and the thing is, like, is it genuine or whatever the case may be? And I think that's why I'm uneasy about apologies. Sorry. I'm uneasy about apologies because you got it? Mm-hmm. Because I feel as if what a person did, how they may have acted in a moment, or with how they acted, what they would have said in that particular moment was who they are. That was done with intent. It's who you are.
Right.
But if I ask you for an apology, you're now thinking about it and going back, and to me, it's not the same. And like you said, because you're prompting them to do it because they didn't realize, what they did within that moment itself. But like they always say, when a person show you who they are, believe them. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm a little uneasy about an apology, because you can't say to me, I'm sorry that I said those words. I didn't mean it. I'm good. Because you already said it. And you meant it when you said it.
But what if I apologize, or what if someone apologizes unprompted, but you felt like you deserved the apology? Do you still not believe it because
I'm still uneasy?
You're still uneasy? But if you ask for it and you're given it, you're okay?
Still uneasy.
Okay.
I just want to hear you say it, but I still know how to deal with you.
Yeah, I think that
it's not going to change how I'm going to, unless you're my close friend. It's not going to change how I'm going to deal with
right. And
you.
I think that that's the key word. It's a level of friendship or level of interaction that I have with you, because I don't think coworkers can really fuck with me and hurt my feelings, but yeah, I mean, if I don't care about you, I just don't care. Mm-hmm. And like you said, I'll accept. Okay, thank you. I appreciate the apology.
Yeah,
that's not who I was.
I appreciate, but it's not going to change over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because if it's the next day, I've already processed and put you in this box over here.
Fuck your honestly, fuck your apology. You're still over here.
Right.
And it's not. Oh my God. Hi.
Hey, girl.
Yeah. And those are the type of people. And this is how you know. Well, I apologize to you, and that's how I know it's not real.
Right. I don't like anybody that has to announce anything that you've done. That's annoying. Oh, that's so annoying. Like, well, I remember when if you did something for me, trust me, I'm aware. I don't need you to remind me.
Again, you're doing it for you.
Yeah. And if that's what you need, don't. If you got to remind me of what you did, don't do it. Because if you've done something, I appreciate it. Sometimes you don't.
I probably said thank you.
Yeah, and sometimes people need a little bit more than that, right? They want this production of, oh my God, thanks so much. I'm not doing all of that if I don't want to do all that. So if you need that, if you're looking for a specific type of response from me, don't. That's all I'm gonna say, and that's honest and real. And ain't no asshole in it. No, I'm just joking.
That was good.
It's time to go because I'm out of drink.
You ought to, is that how we time our show now?
Today.
Oh.
Because I needed that. And it was really good, actually. I don't know why I say actually like that. Actually.
Okay.
But thanks so much for coming on. Yes, the last episode we had somebody. I hit you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's really time to go. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of A Little R&R Podcast. That's Ramont. If you're just tuning in, that's Ramont. I'm Reese. I don't know.
I'm Reese.
Don't confuse the people. I don't think I've ever been confused for you.
No.
I don't think so.
No. They know us apart.
I hope so. But we thank you and we appreciate you. If you want to reach out to us via social media, we're on Instagram at A Little R&R Podcast. If you want to email us, it's that's my email. MrReese11@gmail.com if you want to send me something personal or whatever. But Our email is ALilRandRPodcast@gmail.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. What is our email?
It's RamontAndReese@gmail.com. See,
I'm definitely cutting all this out.
No, you're
wow.
not. It's time to go.
Yeah, you know I'm not. I'm definitely keeping this in here.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Do I got to do it again?
No, please don't.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Little R&R Podcast. We appreciate you tuning in, listening, viewing. We appreciate all that. If you are watching us on YouTube, subscribe, like,
comment.
And leave a comment.
We love the comments.
We absolutely. I need to answer some comments actually, so I'm gonna do that tonight. But thank you, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right, guys.
Hey guys, it's your boy Ramont.
And I'm Reese. Check us out at A Little R&R Podcast.
You can find us on Apple, Spotify, and all your podcast streaming services.